welcome to Uncle Dave's Brigade. Today I'm doing something a little different. Step into social commentary. Yep, I'm going to jump into it today. Try This in a Small Town by Jason Aldean, making big waves right now. And I will do some commentary after the fact, and we're going to watch it together. Everybody's talking about this, and so I'm not going to do my normal background history story. I'm just going to react to this and give you my thoughts, and you can give me yours. And so that's and the way I do it, and if you're new here, is I don't stop the video. Once I start it, I let it play all the way through, no pausing, and let it go. So if you would hit like, subscribe, post notification bell, comments. I want your comments. So let's get to it. And Jason Aldean, Try That in a Small Town.
Sucker punch somebody on a sidewalk, carjacking old lady at a red light, pull a gun on the owner of a liquor store. You think it's cool, act a fool if you like, cuss out a cop, spit in his face, stomp on the flag and light it up. Yeah, you think you're tough. Well, try that in a small town. See how far you make it down the road. Around here we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't. Try that in a small town. Got a gun that my granddad gave me. They say one day they're gonna round up. Well, that shit might fly in the city. Good luck, try that in a small town. See how far you make it down.
That's right.
Around here we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't. Try that in a small town full of good old boys, raised up right. If you're looking for a fight, try that in a small town. Try that in a small town.
Is exactly right. And I tell you, I grew up in a small town, East Texas, 10,000 people. When I was growing up there, I think it's all the way up to 13,000 now, folks. You know, it is a small town. And we took care of our own. We took care of each other. We took care of each other in our neighborhoods. And that's what he's trying to say. He's not trying to incite violence. People saying, oh, he's inciting violence. You try that in a small town, we're going to beat you up. Well, you know what? If you try that in a small town, you deserve to be accosted, let me put it that way. And, you know, people in small towns, if they see a cop on the side of the street and he's trying to bring down a bad guy and he's losing the battle, guess what? They're going to jump out of the car, the truck, most likely, and they're going to race over there and they're going to help the cop. I'm going to be one of those. I guarantee you. And that guy in the video there in the convenience store, where he sees the thugs coming in and their little hoodies on their head and and they were going to rob the place, and he starts bashing them. They run off real quick. When they get resistance, they run off. He's right. He is exactly right. Small town values are totally different from big cities, and that's what's making the liberals' heads explode. It's just driving them crazy that we would dare fight back. And that's what they want. They don't want us to fight back. And that's something that they just need to realize that small town values is not the same. It's not even close. So they have this image that this is also a racist song that he's putting in there basically in code that he's a white guy and all these uh, crimes that he's talking about are being done by minorities. No, white people commit crimes too. Black people commit crimes in a disproportionate amount due to the population. 13% of the population, they commit 50% of the crimes. I'm sorry, that's just the facts. That's just the stats. That's just the way it is. But he's not calling anybody out. It's just the way the facts are. But he's not trying to say, well, we're going to excuse the white people and we're going to blame the blacks and the Hispanics and everybody else. No, it's crime, period. We don't tolerate it in a small town. We don't put up with it. And it's not, it's a lot tougher in a small town if you get caught and you get busted doing something. So, and, they even wanted to pin on him that it was racist that he did it in front of the courthouse because in 1927, a black man was hanged at the court steps due to something. I don't remember the exact detail, but he was hanged there, a lynching, so to speak. But they didn't say anything when Hannah Montana shot a scene in that exact same building, right on the same steps that he was standing in front of. Did they say anything when she did a video? No. But when he does it, it's bad. Yeah, somebody dug up the history on that one, and he's using it as code word for racism. It's all a bunch of bull. It's all nonsense. It's about crime, period. We're not going to tolerate, you know, taking over a city like, what was it, Oregon, Seattle? Was it Seattle that was taken over and they took over an entire block and they just let them. They just let them do that and let them take it over for days, weeks, and weeks on end. That would not happen in most small towns, particularly in the South, in Texas, and in some of the Midwestern states and places like that. It wouldn't happen. It wouldn't be allowed. People, the people will rise up and stop it. Yes, we have law enforcement, but they're outnumbered a lot of times. People will, need to stand up and need to take a stand. Everyday people. And people in big cities need to start standing up. And they need to start resisting. And they need to take a stand against this stuff. This is nonsense. They're destroying our country. And that's what the liberals want. It's just the way it is. And, you know, it's just frustrating to see. And I'm 53 years old. And, I saw this country a long time ago when we just didn't have this division and we had a lot more unity than we did. Yeah, I grew up during the 60s, but 60s in Texas and the South was totally different from what somebody in the 60s in LA or New York or somebody like that grew up and saw. But as a general consensus, it was a much better time nationwide. So we got to get back to the core values and we got to get back to that. And we got to start standing up to these criminals, and I'm going to call them criminals of all colors and all races and all backgrounds. I don't care where they come from. They need to be stopped, and they need to be put in jail, and they need to not be let out on low cost bonds or no bonds. That's nonsense. So that's my 2 cents worth. I'm sure I probably ruffled some feathers with some people, some regulars, maybe some newcomers, but it's what Uncle Dave says. So if you liked it, hit like, subscribe, post notification bell, but definitely leave some comments down below about what I said or about the video. I would appreciate it greatly. And stop by again. I will start doing more political commentary. I may even start a separate channel for it. So thanks a lot for dropping in. Be nice to each other and be nice to yourself, okay?